Before I begin, I just want to apologise for any offence I may have caused last night after the race. I was pretty pissed off with the results and stuff like that and how it went. And I did direct that anger out on a few people via Xbox Messenger and stuff like that. So I want to apologise for any insults I may have caused and stuff like that. I'm not usually like that. Don't usually rage out hard, but there you go. It was a pretty terrible race for me in the end. And you'll see why throughout this video. But anyway, here we are with round 5, the ASR F1 2016 League. This is a Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit de Catalunya, and I'm not very good at this track at all. It's one of our weakest tracks, hence why I qualified in a very lowly P12. My qualifying laps just weren't great. That was it really. But that does mean I can start on any tyre I want as I'm outside the top 10. So I'm going to start on the prime tyres and then try and do a one-stop strategy. I think I might be one of the only people to go on the hard tyres for the start of this race, so hopefully if I don't get any calls in any instance, hopefully I can stretch the stint out and get away with one less stop and hopefully challenge for the front, so who knows. So we're just forming the grid now at the end of the formation lap as we are ready to go. Looks like someone's left the session already, but I'm sure they're going to rejoin back in. So we've got 5 lights and they're going out now and away we go. Got a very wheel speedy sort of start. We're on the harder compounds compared to everyone around us. We're on the softer tyres. Someone's parked on the side of the grass already. That was actually ex-Vicho. We're going to talk about him later. We're going to go towards turn 1 fairly nicely, but we get turned in on by the Haas, and we're round already. Turn 1. I don't feel like that was our fault really. I mean, we were hugging the inside. We were on the curb. We kept it under control. We didn't really lock up or go wide or anything. I think what happened is the Haas hit the back of someone and then sort of speared into us accidentally. I'm not quite sure who it was. So we're now trying to go around the outside of the Williams, who got caught up in his own incident around turn 3. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I believe it was my teammate he had the incident with, because he actually thought it was me after the race, but it wasn't. Wasn't actually me at all. It was the teammate, my other teammate of Formula Fish. But anyway, there's a slow-mo replay of the start. We're going down the inside, we're making a committed move, and we get completely sideswiped by the Haas. Nothing really we can do. Just the contact matter, we got spun round, and we have front wing damage. Just to, you know, add insult to injury. I think it was Wilipeno, so it sort of caused that, but oh well, it's just one of those things. There's always a few first lap collisions. But anyway, we're trying to make amends for it now. So we're on the back of the Williams and my teammate. They're on the softer tyres, obviously. They probably don't have front wing damage. As my teammate goes wide, we go up the inside of him. That's a very nice move there, very opportunistic. And now the Williams looking very vulnerable, despite being on the soft tyres. He's gone quite wide. So going up the inside towards the final corner, and we completely turn in on me and spin us out. I mean, really? Twice in one lap? This is got to be the worst lap. I mean, look at the mini-map. They're already at the start of, well, the end of Sector 1, and we haven't even finished, crossed the start-finish straight yet. This has been, like, the awful, the definition of the worst start ever to a league race. But going on the inside there, I feel like I was entitled to some room. He completely turned in on me. I was hugging the inside. I had my front right on the curb. He had all the room in the world, so I feel like it was his fault. I mean, I'm sure he didn't intend to do it. It's just one of those things, a racing incident. But it did cost us both a lot of time. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. But we're still trying to stretch these hard tyres out for as long as possible. We still want to make the one-stop work, while a few people ahead have already pitted off their soft tyres and onto a sort of medium stuff. As one Ferrari of Acro Boy got past. Now looks like we're under threat from the other Ferrari of ILR Aero as he goes up the inside of the same place, and we try to fight back, but he sort of parked on the apex and left us really nowhere to go. But that's fair racing, really. Nothing wrong there. Now we lap 7 now, we're 13th place, still outside the points. We merged in front of the Haas there, who's actually in 18th place. I didn't realise he was a lap down, so I'm not quite sure what happens there. And then going through that hairpin, I don't know what he was doing there. I don't know what he was doing there. I don't know if he was actually trying to take me out or he just misjudged braking. He was a lap down. I'm not quite sure why. I think it was a guy I tangled with at the first corner, so I don't know what sort of calamities he's been involved in. But that there is pretty much the horror side for any league racer. Halfway through a race, Like, your Xbox controller batteries are flat and they're almost about to die, and when that happens, your Xbox controller actually loses a lot of feel, and it affects your handling quite a bit. So now going to lap 12, going around the outside of Warden, who just emerged from the pit lane. I think he started on the medium tyres, and I think he's trying to do a one-stop strategy, see if that's going to work out for him, as he's definitely battling for the front for this race. But anyway, we went sort of quite wide with the understeer and the lack of feel in the controller, actually. We weren't able to hold around the outside there, and around the outside there as well. He just had the much fresher tyres, and the probably doesn't have any front wing damage either. So unfortunately, we have to actually call it in early and revert to a two-stop strategy, just because the Xbox controller. A bit unfortunate really, as I feel like it could have done one stop. But anyway, we're in a pit stop now. We're in the pit lane. Let's see if we can change batteries quick enough.
This is my favorite part, right here.
So there you go, just about got them changed within the pit stop, even though it sent me quite wide at turn 1 there. Had to go over the runoff area, but that's a bit unfortunate. We had to convert from a 2 to 1 stop strategy, which means we have to do as much pit stops as everyone else, so we're miles behind them as well. Although we have caught up to the back of Decided Soggy now, he's on the prime tyre, so it's going to be pretty easy meet for us really. We're on the softer, fresher rubber as well, and we go up the inside in the DRS zone. Even though my engineer had mentioned that my engine was overheating and showing signs of wear, which means you're down on power, but even so, that was pretty easy overtake. And now on to lap 20, we've got Gecko in his Sauber, who emerged from the pit lane ahead of us, so hopefully we're looking to get past him, but he actually goes in the pit lane once again at the end of the lap, so I think he must have got a drive-through for speeding or something like that, I'm not quite sure. But now on lap 21, the tyres aren't too bad. We were able to extend the stint quite well, so that we were able to pit onto a set of soft tyres. I reckon they could just about get to the end of the race minute. Just about if we nurse them home, but it doesn't mean we're on the fresher rubber as well. We're on the verge of the top 10, we're 11th place for a lot of that stint, but obviously with that extra pit stop now, at the end of the race, it's going to drop us behind a few people, including my teammate, Gecko, and it's decided Soggy is coming down the pit straight, and I think he might emerge ahead of us. There he is, and he's going to emerge ahead of us through the final, I can't speak today, through the first corner, I mean. And that's a bit unfortunate, but it means we can have a good battle as we try and get past. We've got a set of purple first sector, we've got much fresher rubber at this stage of the race, so it's going to be a pretty easy target really. You're going for the outside of the hairpin, he completely locks up and goes wide into the gravel. Very unfortunate for him. It was a very enforced error, and I think he's kind of spoiled his race. Yeah, I think he's suffering probably with a lot of tyre like rubbish on his tyres and stuff like that. And on this game, when you got a lot of rubbish on your tyres, it definitely affects your handling to no ends. But anyway, as I'm on about that, the safety car has been deployed. I have no idea why. No one came up there said they crashed or retired. It just came out randomly. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But we're going on an alternate strategy. We're going to go for another set of soft tyres, going on a fresh rubber towards the end of the race. We're in last anyway, pretty much, so it might as well. The Williams, who we've tangled it with before, is behind me, but about like 30 seconds behind, and we got pretty big gap to the guys ahead, but they're in the pit lane as well. I mean, we could have got the jump on them, but it would have been sketchy to take these soft tyres to the end anyway, so might as well just play it safe, pit for a set of new softs. Who knows what might happen with the safety car. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good chance to get into the points, even though we're in 13th place right now. We could hopefully get a few overtakes on. There might be a few guys who still want older rubber. But no, there's quite a few ghost cars and lagging and whatever down the pit straight. We get tangled behind the Williams, and that was a scary moment there. Luckily, somehow we didn't have any front wing damage. That damage is already from the existing one, which I haven't actually changed at all this race. I kept forgetting to, every time I pitted, I kept forgetting to set front wing to change. There's a lot of lag, a lot of issues going on so far under the safety car. Don't know why, but the Williams is trying to go side by side with me a lot. A lot of lag related issues. There's Warden, who's completely spun out across the track. We're going to have a replay of him in a second. But we're going towards the fast left right here, and the Williams out of nowhere completely smashes me off into the gravel under the safety car. I now have extensive thermal damage, and now we're going on a replay of Warden, see what the hell happened to him. Take a look in his left wing mirror. No one hits him. In fact, I think someone lags into the back, well, lags back into him, and it gets completely shafted round. That's very unfortunate for Warden there. As you can see, me and the Williams there went past. We're going to ride on board a Warden for a few seconds longer, as you're going to see the instant just up ahead that we just saw. There's a Williams completely forcing me out wide under the safety car, and Warden there being a gentleman and not getting past me. Now safety car's going in this lap, but we already gained 2 easy positions as the Williams and the Sauber completely took themselves out. The Williams, I don't know. I know there might be a lot of lag and whatever, but it's not the best driving in the world. You can see why I'm saying that in a second, as there you go, his car's completely cut the chicane, and I don't know what he's doing. So green flag racing, and we spun out. I mean, are you fucking kidding? We can't catch a break during this bloody race. I mean, I don't know why Excel Shadows is way to go. Maybe he caused that, I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone near us, so I'm pretty sure it was Warden who was right behind us. So we're going to have a replay from his screen once again, as I had a look through the Xbox clips and then the race and see what the hell happened. But that's just very unfortunate. Down in 13th place, pretty much last us. For some reason Excel was retired. I'm not quite sure why. But that, I mean, really? How many times have we been taken out this race? I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, we went wide at the final corner. That was just the understeer on the front left of the car. Obviously, I wasn't expecting it. There's a Williams who completely spooked me, and there we go. He didn't touch me. Warden didn't touch me. Someone spun me, but no one touched me. I'm done. I'm done with this game. It's ridiculous. No one actually touched me, but I spun there in the final corner on the restart. And I come out across the line for, what was it, 12th? 11th, as I think the Williams ahead had quite a few penalties. That race was literally the worst. Like, literally the worst. I'm not going to do a TRI Limitless and threaten to quit the league, but that race, I mean, I suppose you can feel sorry for X-Fitcher, who couldn't even take part at the beginning, is he had that glitch that Formula Fish had in China. But, I mean, we could have easily got points, really, if it wasn't for all of those, but oh well, that's just the way it is, unfortunately, with league racing. Sometimes things don't go your way, but I'm not going to quit. I'm going to continue. Next race is Monaco, which I'm really not looking forward to. I can see that going badly, but I'll see you guys then for that Monaco race. I'll see you then. Palms out.